Welcome to Future Africa Minds. Today, we are revising Momentum and Impulse in Grade 12 Physical Sciences. These CAPS flashcards will test your understanding and help prepare you for tests and the NSC examinations. Here is how to use these flashcards. Try to answer every question before the answer appears. You will have a few seconds to think before each answer is revealed. Let's begin. Flashcard 1. What is momentum? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, momentum is the product of an object's mass and velocity. The formula is P equals mv, where P represents momentum, m represents mass, and v represents velocity. Flashcard 2. What is the SI unit of momentum? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is kilogram meters per second. Momentum can also be expressed as Newton seconds. Remember to include the correct unit in calculations. Flashcard 3. In the momentum formula, what does the symbol P represent? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, the symbol P represents momentum. Flashcard 4. What is impulse? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, impulse is the change in momentum of an object. Remember this definition for your examinations. Flashcard 5. What is the formula for impulse? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, impulse equals force multiplied by the time interval. The formula is J equals F delta T. J represents impulse, measured in Newton seconds. F represents the net force applied, measured in newtons. Delta T represents the time interval, measured in seconds. A larger force or a longer time interval produces a greater impulse and a greater change in momentum. Flashcard 6. What is the relationship between impulse and momentum? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, impulse equals the change in momentum. The formula is J equals delta P. When a net force acts on an object over a time interval, the impulse delivered equals the resulting change in momentum. Therefore, J equals F delta T. This equals delta P, which also equals m delta V. Remember, a larger force or a longer time interval produces a greater change in momentum. Flashcard 7. State the law of conservation of momentum. Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, in an isolated system, the total momentum before a collision equals the total momentum after the collision. The sum of the momentum before equals the sum of the momentum after. An isolated system has no net external force acting on it. Total momentum is the vector sum of the momenta of all the objects in the system. This law applies to all collisions and explosions, provided that the system is isolated. Flashcard 8. What is an isolated system? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, an isolated system is a system on which no net external force acts. Objects within the system may exert internal forces on one another, but no outside force changes the total momentum of the system. This is the key condition required for the law of conservation of momentum to apply. Remember the key phrase, no net external force. Flashcard 9. Does momentum have direction? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is, yes, momentum is a vector quantity. This means that momentum has both magnitude and direction.
Flashcard 10.
When can an object's momentum change? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is: an object's momentum changes when a net force acts on it. The net force can change the object's speed, direction, or both. Flashcard 11. What happens to momentum during an elastic collision? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is: during an elastic collision, total momentum is conserved, and total kinetic energy is also conserved. Total momentum before the collision equals total momentum after the collision. Total kinetic energy before the collision also equals total kinetic energy after the collision. Both quantities are conserved. Flashcard 12. What happens during an inelastic collision? Think about what is conserved and what is not conserved when objects collide, deform, or stick together. The correct answer is: during an inelastic collision, total momentum is conserved, but total kinetic energy is not conserved. Total momentum before the collision equals total momentum after the collision. However, kinetic energy before the collision does not equal kinetic energy after the collision. Some kinetic energy is transformed into heat, sound, or energy used to deform the objects. In a perfectly inelastic collision, the objects stick together. Flashcard 13. Why do airbags reduce injuries? Think about the force and the time of impact. The correct answer is: airbags increase the time over which a person comes to a stop. For the same change in momentum, increasing the stopping time reduces the average impact force. From J equals F delta T, a longer time interval results in a smaller force. The airbag spreads the impulse over a longer time and reduces the force acting on the person's body. Flashcard 14. Why do seatbelts improve safety? Think about the forces involved when a vehicle suddenly stops. How does the seatbelt change what happens to the passenger? The correct answer is: seatbelts increase the time over which the passenger comes to a stop and reduce the force acting on the passenger. According to the impulse momentum theorem, force equals the change in momentum divided by the change in time. For the same change in momentum, a longer stopping time produces a smaller average force. Without a seatbelt, the passenger may stop over a very short time and experience a dangerously large force. With a seatbelt. Flashcard 15. A 2-kilogram object moves at 5 meters per second. Calculate the momentum of the object. Remember to select the correct formula, substitute the values, and include the correct unit. The correct answer is: start with the formula. P equals mv. The mass is 2 kilograms and the velocity is 5 meters per second. Substitute the values. P equals 2 multiplied by 5. Therefore, P equals 10 kilogram meters per second. The momentum of the object is 10 kilogram meters per second. Flashcard 16. A force of 50 newtons acts on an object for 0.2 seconds. Calculate the impulse. Remember to select the correct formula and include the correct unit. The correct answer is: start with the formula, J equals F delta T. The force is 50 newtons, and the time interval is 0.2 seconds. Substitute the values. J equals 50 multiplied by 0.2. Therefore, J equals 10 newton seconds. The impulse is 10 newton seconds. Flashcard 17. In every collision, the total momentum of an isolated system remains constant. Is this statement true or false? Think carefully before revealing the answer. The correct answer is true. As long as the system is isolated and no net external force acts on it, the total momentum before the collision equals the total momentum after the collision. Momentum before equals momentum after. Excellent work! You have completed the Grade 12 Physical Sciences Momentum and Impulse flashcards. How many questions did you answer correctly? Continue practicing until you can answer every question confidently. Subscribe to Future Africa Minds for more CAPS lessons, flashcards, examination preparation, and revision resources. Learn today, lead tomorrow.